last time you were on, it was to talk about your children's book. You've gone and written another one.
Yes, a few more.
Yeah, a few more.
Yes.
Here we go. It's Frankie's Magic Football. This one now is the Grizzly Games.
Yes.
So what's Frankie been up to?
Well, in this book, it's basically in honour of the Women's World Cup, which is this summer. So it's this is actually a special edition book. So he's been up to lots of adventures in the meantime, and now it's, as I say, Louise, who's the girl in the gang, sort of takes centre stage here, and they travel to Canada, where the Women's World Cup's going to be.
Okay.
And have their own little adventure out there.
And so it's aimed at five-year-olds.
Yeah, between 5 and 8, I would say, would be our age range.
Yeah, and interestingly, because you've got 2 little daughters yourself, you do have this female in the book, and the Women's World Cup, therefore, has kind of inspired you.
I think it was a nice linking, and I think also we're all coming. Actually, the man's football world, it's a man's game, kind of that old adage is sort of going out of the game, and I think we are really embracing women playing football and enjoying it, and I think
Aren't they brilliant, England team? Am I right? Yeah. I think I remember hearing that. I'm not a football person. Yeah. They're like, aren't they even better than the men or something?
It's
Did I hear that? Or am I imagining that?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not sure. They're very good. They've got a lot of competition. There's good. I mean, the German ladies are very good. America are always very good, so it will be very difficult for them, but they are great. I mean, at Manchester City, where I've been this year, we train sort of the next pitch to them, so we're very integrated now, whereas in the old days it was like, you know, leave them over there. Yeah,
and in terms of support, I mean, the women's teams as well get pretty much as good a turnout for their games as the male games. Do you think that there will come a time when we're hearing on Saturday, when all the results are coming in, we're going to start hearing the women's results as well?
I'd like to think so. I think we're going that way. I think it is a bit of a long game. You know, I'm not going to lie. I think from where in the last 5-10 years have come a long way, and the fact that the girls are playing at Wembley now and getting 50,000 people going and stuff shows you how far we've come.
Of course, football is very much in the news today. I just want to ask you while you're here, obviously, because it's a gift that we have you. FIFA. What an incredible story.
Yes.
What's your view on it? I mean, everyone's saying that they think Sepp Blatter should either stand down or be pushed out. What's your view on it?
Well, I think, obviously, because it's an ongoing investigation, I think we have to hold back till then, because I don't think anyone can pronounce people guilty. And,
I mean, the Prime Minister's called for him to resign.
Well, I think you've got to look at 2 things. One, the whole case and whether they're found guilty, then I think it's a simple decision. And maybe there's just a fact now, I think, where the football world needs to move on and bring someone else in.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, I don't follow football. I know very little about it. But when that news item came on last night about the US, the FBI having discovered fraud and corruption, 9 of them arrested, the horrible little snapshots came up on the telly, and I found myself going, yes! And I know very little about it, but I just feel it's been so obvious that something really fraudulent has been happening there for a long time.
Yeah, there's been a smell for a while, you know, and there's been some rumblings, and I think I think it's good that it's been investigated in the right way, and if they've been doing these terrible things, you know, with the biggest game in the world, it's such a worldwide sport. We all love football, and it shouldn't be dealt with in that way. Obviously, you know, it's
and obviously, like I say, the investigation is ongoing.
Yes.
We'll get you back on to be our football pundit. We'll talk about
right, yes.
You played your last Premier League game.
Yes, I did.
Did you shed a tear in the dressing room afterwards?
Kind of. I didn't literally shed a tear. It was a mixture of emotions.
Football changing room.
He's admitted to biting his toenails.
No, it was a mixture. It was, you know what, I was emotional, a bit sad, but because it was certainly the right time for me, I could feel that. So there's a lot of happiness as well. I look back and go, well, it was brilliant. 19 years I've been playing. I mean, I couldn't have believed I'd played that long anyway.
No,